and that is Blue Label. Of course, this one started out its life as a distributor of airtime. So the way it works is they buy airtime, and then you go to the cafe or the corner store or the petrol station, you buy the airtime with a top-up or the coupon or the pinless, whatever, and they benefit from that. But in recent months, it went through a very long-winded process of finally getting a stake in the recapitalized Cell C. So it creates an interesting one, because how will it compete in some ways with its partners, Vodacom and MTN and Telkom? It's got a market capitalization of 15 billion rand, that's Blue. Price to earnings ratio of 14.6, dividend yield of 2.32%. Share price, it's been very good locally, and you can see how well it's done. It's had a few misadventures internationally, and now the Cell C thing. I don't know, what do you think of this all?
I like Blue Label Telecoms. That issue with them owning such a big stake with Cell C, yet still servicing Vodacom and MTN, they've gone to great lengths to say they will honor their contracts, and they don't see a conflict of interest. But I think that's going to come at some point. That has to be addressed, because it is a blatant conflict of interest. You can't be saying you're trying to grow Cell C, which is a competitor to MTN and Vodacom, and still be doing business with the other
it's a very big buyer of airtime from Vodacom and MTN, and it has lots of points of sale. So Vodacom also has to say, well, we can't just cut these guys off, otherwise we'll see us.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know how they're going to do it, or if all the parties involved are happy to go like this, fine, but I just think at some point this needs to be addressed.
Plus Cell C, one must be worried, because a lot of money has been sunk into that ship, most of which has gone out the rear end, and it's not clear to me how it's going to go from being an also-ran into being a real competitor in the local market.
Yeah, I mean, for a long time they're offering free Facebook and WhatsApp and those things, and it's instead of a cost that you're supposed to be passing on to the customer and making money from, they were covering that cost, and it's hurt them a bit. But I think with the nice thing what Blue Label Telecoms have done is the 3G deal, where they're moving into hardware.
Good
and I think
point.
and that for me is a great opportunity for them.
So that's a company called 3G, which does handset redistribution.
So they actually focus on the hardware. So they do the phones, tablets, etc. So what Blue Labels has basically said is that, look, your MTNs and Vodacoms are more concerned on what SIM card you use in the phone rather than the actual phone itself.
We're out of time, unfortunately. So how are we going to call Blue Label? How are you feeling about it? You're hot on this one too.
I like that hardware aspect.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to edge it not hot, because my general rule of thumb has been that Cell C is like the Bermuda Triangle. Everyone who goes in there seems to lose their shorts and their airplanes and everything else.